How we doing, everyone? Avi Weisvogel coming to you with another episode of the Entrepreneurial Dentist, and this one is more along the lines of doing your part in this world. You know, there's a big difference between graduating dental school, opening a business, which is what you're doing when you open a practice, versus running that business successfully. You know, there's this. If you put a scale on the amount of time that you actually were working on patients versus working on the business, it would be way heavily weighted on patient time. Now imagine you took 30, 32 hours, 34 hours, whatever the amount of patient time you put in on it is, and then put that same exact amount of time of work on the business. It would be an entirely different world. The entire business venture would be completely different. And yet, people struggle. People struggle to make a difference. People struggle with staff. People struggle with payments. I mean, how many people I speak to that say, yeah, I'm having a hard time with payments. It's, you know, I'm the last person to get paid. And this is the same struggle that goes on and on. I mean, you opened a business. And you opened it, I'm assuming, with the idea of making a living, for yourself, which is certainly good to do. You know, you're in a profession that helps people as a dentist. When you work like I do in the sleep world, you're helping a ton of people. You're saving lives. But there's a big difference between opening a business and doing some good versus just not supporting yourself. You have this business that's open to support all these other people. And to me, the notion becomes crazy. What makes it even crazier in this whole thing is the looking for that outside help of thinking that if you throw money at something, that's going to work. So there's this unfortunate curse in the world of dentistry where it is really easy for you to borrow money. Really easy. You want to borrow money from Shine or Patterson to buy consulting? Not a problem. They have the best consultants out there, right? I talk to people all the time, by the way, and I worked with a consultant and he did exactly what he said he was going to do. My gross increased by $250,000. My net didn't increase at all, but my gross increased by $250,000. I'm pretty sure all of which went to that consultant. So what do you do in these times? Because it is the idea of trying to figure out how to navigate this entrepreneurial world, and it's not just about producing more, it's just about being a little smarter with things. You know, if I could do my entire dental career over, here's what I would have: a practice with bare minimum when it came to chairs. They'd have to be very nice looking, but I don't need any bells and whistles. Equipment, the one thing I probably would spend money on, good hand pieces, because you got to use those. Everything else, pass. Hard pass. Take a hard pass. Xeric machines, pass. CT machines, pass. Think about that practice that does $1 million with perfect equipment and the other one that does $1 million with junk, and they sell for the same exact dollar figure. So there's no dollar price or value of your equipment. Hence, you just got to start thinking things through in a different way. When you're going to spend your hard-earned money, what are you going to spend it on? You have to think these things through. Is there a real return on your investment? How do you even gauge that? Hopefully, at this point in your world, you have somebody that you've come to rely on from a financial perspective, whether it's an accountant or financial advisor, someone. I didn't. When I was doing dentistry, luckily I was able to position myself in a way where I did produce a lot, because otherwise I would not have gotten paid at all. So these ideas, guys, are ones that dentists have struggled with for years. The idea of how you're going to make more money. The first clue I'm going to give you is stop spending so much. There are different people out there. There's people who look, if you're going to look at different ways to earn money, one way is to stop spending, and the other way is to save more. Different philosophies, and believe it or not, I am in the spend more category. However, when I was a dentist, I should have 1,000,000,000% been in the save mode. This is the one time where if someone had come in and just said to me, hey, every time money comes in, just put X aside, I would have changed my entire world. So hopefully this is sinking in with you. Hopefully this is going to start to make a dent in terms of your thinking, because life has the ability, specifically the business you're in, has the ability to really creep up and grab you in a way that can be very uncomfortable. That stress level of financial constriction that gets wrapped around a dentist's throat is a difficult one to navigate. Stay tuned to this channel. We're going to have tons of interviews coming up with successful dentists, with successful entrepreneurs. And the goal, by the way, is maybe not just to expect your dental practice to pay for your entire lifestyle. It may or may not be possible. It really depends on you. One thing's for sure, if you take the normal path, it is a path to craziness. Hope you have a great day. More stuff to come.